Welcome to the channel, viewers. Dr. JW, theologist, Central Coast, New South Wales, Australia. Muhammad, so near the revelation, so far from the Saviour. Episode 27. When ambition started hiding inside devotion. Viewers, Muhammad's movement no longer feels fragile now. The changes the atmosphere inside the room. People sit differently, speak differently, watch one another differently. Pressure surrounding civilized Arabia has already produced loyalty, endurance, emotional conformity, and collective identity beneath the proclamation. Now another force quietly enters the structure, forming underneath it. Ambition. The markets still move beneath the desert heat. Caravans continue crossing the Arabian trade arteries while ordinary life outwardly appears unchanged. Yet beneath the visible civilization, the movement is beginning to reorganize human behavior and influence around it. A man who once lived silently now speaks earlier during gatherings. Another positions himself near trusted figures instinctively before important discussions begin. No announcement explains the change. Everyone simply feels it gradually happening. A spoon touches the side of a clay bowl louder than expected. Several eyes shift immediately. The room recalibrates itself around status without openly admitting it. The transformation matters enormously because movements surviving sustained pressure eventually begin attracting personalities drawn not only toward truth, but toward authority, recognition, proximity, and influence. Viewers, the degeneration deepens there. Not through open corruption initially, through admiration systems, through emotional hierarchy formation. A younger follower notices how certain voices increasingly shape the emotional atmosphere inside gatherings before any formal decision is even made. Another carefully studies which personalities receive approval after speaking with confidence, certainty, and visible loyalty. The movement increasingly teaches people how to survive socially inside it. Who receives trust? Who receives visibility? Who receives protection? Who becomes difficult to question publicly? And the atmosphere tightens subtly each week. Viewers, nobody says ambition is growing. They call it commitment, strength, leadership, conviction. And that is how institutional appetite usually matures, not by appearing evil initially, but by sounding necessary. A lantern flickers beside tired faces gathered beneath the Arabian night. One man speaks with glowing authority while privately enjoying the emotional gravity now forming around his presence inside the movement. Another hides discomfort after noticing how difficult certain personalities are becoming to challenge openly without social consequence attached afterwards. Outside the gathering, a younger listener publicly praises figures he privately distrusts because visible alignment increasingly protects social safety inside the growing structure. Viewers, Muhammad's movement is no longer merely shaping belief. It is shaping human aspiration itself. And perhaps this becomes one of the defining transitions in the trajectory ahead. Devotion increasingly becomes compatible of concealing appetite beneath moral language. The old order still fears the proclamation publicly. But inside the movement, another danger quietly matures. The discovery that spiritual environments can produce power structures long before they formally acknowledge themselves as power structures at all. Outside, the caravans still move through the desert darkness. The sacred structures still stand publicly. But inside Muhammad's movement, influence has started attracting hunger. And once human appetite discovers protection beneath sacred identity, moral degeneration can slowly accelerate while still appearing spiritually sincere from the outside. I'm Dr. J.W.A. Youth Theologist since 1994. Like, subscribe, comment to educate me, share the video to help somebody else, and I'll see you in the next talk when public conformity started becoming survival. Bye for now.